Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Shane Samuel.
I'm Girish. We are both from Revised Spine and Sport Physiotherapy and Chiropractic Clinic. Today we wanted to share a bit of information on how to use a foam roller and the different things you can do with a foam roller besides just rolling your muscles and your fascia and stuff like that. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about, Shane?
Actually, foundationally, the foam roller has a fair bit of actual philosophy and art to how you want to actually implement it. For the purposes of rehabilitation and for pain relief and things like that, there's many different key ways that we can actually utilize it. Today, I think that one thing that we really want to make sure is we know what our intention is when we're using the foam roller. It's not that you're trying to zip up and down it or anything like that and trying to just create some pain. We want to get something out of it. So I think that Dr. Girish can really talk to you about why foam rolling is important.
Yeah, I mean, so typically I see patients, when we see patients, they come to us and they say, okay, I've been foam rolling my leg, I've been foam rolling my calf, my pain is not getting better, my mobility is not getting better. One thing people don't understand is foam rolling, the primary purpose of foam rolling is to improve the flexibility of the fascia. And often, if you look at most of the studies, it can reduce pain, but it's very short term, maybe for 15 to 20 minutes. And basically, is that something you want with foam rolling, or is it something you have a different purpose, or you have a different set of goals with the foam roller?
I think that's why this goes back to intention perfectly. And the big part that we want to capture here is like, why are you using the foam roller? And I think that when we're starting to talk about that 15 and 20 minutes of reduced pain, as Girish may say, is what can we do with that 15 to 10 to 15 minutes of reduced pain? And one thing that I really like to implement in my practice is we need to be able to hit save on the document by creating strength from the newfound mobility or flexibility that we're getting, or through joint stability types of training. What would you say?
Man, that's a fantastic point, Shane. In my perspective, I basically tell patients that the real purpose of a foam roller, you can divide it into three things. One is what you can do for fascia, fascial health, muscular health. The second thing you can use a foam roller is for mobility. There are different things you can do with the foam roller for increasing your mobility, and there are different things you can do with the foam roller to increase your stability.
I would definitely agree, yeah.
And having specific goals that you can have for foam roller can give you some defined purpose with it. What do you think?
I would definitely agree with you, and I think that there's a three-headed monster trying to figure out what your actual intention or what your set goals are. And usually they will have a bit of a hierarchy to them. We really do want to make sure that you can be stable and mobile in positions, in end range. Otherwise, your joint may be incomplete.
Absolutely. And after you go through this video, you should have a defined purpose of how you can use the foam roller, and that's what we want to achieve through this video.
The big thing is we want to have this idea that we are using the foam roller as an implementation to the rest of our either rehabilitation protocol, strength training protocol, or overall fitness goals. And in the end, in the next clip going forward here, we're going to show you a few basic ways to be able to use that foam roller. Thanks. All right, so in addition to everything we just went over, Girish and I wanted to go over a few different ways to be able to use this implement of the foam roller to be able to get some extra mobility, some extra flexibility, and some strength, and just to be able to utilize this tool. So what we're going to do, we're going to come on down here, we're going to see Dr. Girish on the foam roller. Actually, what he's going to do here, he's going to kind of show you a little bit of the wrong way how to do it first. He's just kind of zipping up and down on the foam roller, not really paying any mind. Remember, intention. There are goals to this. So what he's going to do, he's going to go over a couple of different ways. Right now what he's doing, he's just stretching on his IT band. But there are a couple of different ways that we can really focus on making the foam roller more effective. One way, number one, is point tenderness. You want to find the area that's tight and you just want to hang out on it. So that's what he's doing here. There's other ways to be able to manipulate the fascia as well. You can start to think of it as a 3D model, and you see how now he's going against the grain of the muscle. You can see how in your leg, all the fibers, they roll down your leg, just like that, just like the crease in your pants. He's going across the grain. The other thing you can do, you can use your leg with motion, going back and forth through a full range. Now, whenever we give out foam roller stretches like this, particularly that we're trying to loosen up the fascia or we're trying to get a response to get more mobility, always you want to be able to go for at least 30 seconds, upwards of 2 minutes on a particular body part. Okay? The second thing that we can kind of really utilize the foam roller for is for straight flexibility. So, got a posture problem, we can really line that up well to open up the upper body. So Dr. Grish, he's going to have himself lie lengthwise in the foam roller. He's going to bring his hands out, and you can see how this shape just opens up his entire body really, really well. I'll break the rule a little bit here. I like to tell people to spend like up to 5 minutes on this position because it's not working the fascia. It's not trying to release a muscle. Really good position. He can move his arms from up to an I, into a Y, into a T, to get different shapes to be able to stretch different muscles. Lastly, what I'd like to be able to show actually is a way to be able to improve stability and strength with the foam roller. Remember what we had said in the previous clip, is we always want to follow up some foam rolling, mobility or flexibility work with something to save the document and something to strengthen that position. So he can do something as simple as just raising the leg up and down, challenging the core stability, challenging the cross-line stabilization. He can get as difficult as adding load into a position, training the stability and proprioceptors of a joint, and now he can get even more out of it, creating cross-body stabilization. What we really want to be able to focus on while we're working with the foam roller is remembering that, hey look, this isn't just a blanket prescription. There are no real recipes. You got to talk to your professional. You got to talk to your physio, your chiro. They got to be able to tell you what you need to do for how long and for how many reps. Really important that you guys pay attention to what we're telling you in these videos, and we just hope that it can help you out a little bit. We hope this video is really informative and educational for you. Thanks to Dr. Rish for helping me out, and yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, watch the video, share the video, and we appreciate your time. Thanks.